Let's talk about a city called Kochi, often known as the Queen of the Arabian Sea. Now, this isn't just any city. It's like a living timeline, you know? You've got these ancient fishing nets sharing the water with a super futuristic water metro. We're about to dive into how this incredible place came to be. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? For centuries, Kochi was the spice capital of the world, and that drew empires from all over. And each one of them left their own unique stamp on the city's buildings, its culture, and really its soul. So, that's the big question, right? How did one single city become this major crossroads of the world? To find out, we're going to take you on a perfect 48-hour virtual tour. We'll peel back all those layers of history to show you the vibrant city that exists today.
Okay, our journey kicks off in Fort Kochi. And here's a little tip. Don't go looking for a giant fort. The name actually refers to the entire historic neighborhood. A walk through these streets, it's literally like walking back in time, surrounded by centuries-old European architecture.
You know, to really get Kochi, you have to understand its history, and its story as a major port all started with a crazy twist of fate. A massive flood back in 1341 completely wiped out the ancient port of Muziris, but that disaster is what put Kochi on the map. Soon after, the Portuguese, then the Dutch, and finally the British all came, and each one left their mark.
Our first stop is St. Francis Church, a building that has seen so much history. That date you see, 1503, is a huge deal. The Portuguese built it, making it the oldest European church in all of India. It's this direct, powerful link to the very beginning of the colonial era. And the church's most famous connection? Well, it's to the legendary explorer Vasco da Gama. After he became the first European to reach India by sea, he actually died right here in Kochi and was first buried inside this very church. Now his remains were later moved to Lisbon, but his original gravestone is still here for you to see.
All right, from Portuguese history, we're stepping into another incredible chapter of Kochi's story, Jewtown. The Jewish community's roots here go way, way back. Today, the neighborhood's narrow lanes are just filled with these amazing antique shops and spice markets, where pretty much every single item has a story to tell.
At the very heart of Jewtown, you'll find the Paradisi Synagogue, which was built way back in 1568. And get this, in what was just a beautiful display of tolerance, the local Maharaja gifted the land for it, right next to his own palace temple. The inside is just as stunning, with Belgian chandeliers and these one-of-a-kind hand-painted Chinese porcelain tiles on the floor. And speaking of the palace, let's head over to Matancherry Palace. Here's a fun fact. Everyone knows it as the Dutch Palace, but it was actually a gift from the Portuguese to the local king. The Dutch just came in and renovated it a century later, and I guess the name just stuck. Oh, and you absolutely cannot miss the incredible Ramayana murals inside.
We've walked through centuries of history. Now let's actually experience the living culture of Kochi. I'm talking about the sights, the sounds, and of course the unforgettable flavors that make this city so special.
You know, nothing captures Kochi's unique cultural blend quite like the iconic Chinese fishing nets. These were introduced by Chinese traders all the way back in the 14th century, and watching them work is a true spectacle. Seeing a team of fishermen operate these massive, ancient-looking structures, it's like watching a piece of ancient engineering come to life right before your eyes. Okay, after all that exploring, it is definitely time for the ultimate culinary experience, the sadhya. And let me tell you, this is way more than just a meal. It's a huge vegetarian feast that celebrates all the rich flavors of Kerala. And it's all served on a traditional banana leaf. And what a feast it is! We're talking up to 26 different dishes. It's just a symphony of flavors and textures. Just imagine the creamy aviol, the tangy rasam, and then that sweet, rich payasam for dessert. Every single bite is a journey through Kerala tradition. It's a truly unmissable experience. So to end our first day, let's explore Kochi's modern, artistic side. Fort Kochi is absolutely full of charming little cafes set in these beautifully restored heritage buildings. Places like the Kashi Art Cafe blend contemporary art with great food and coffee, and they're the perfect spot to just relax and soak in the city's creative energy. Welcome to day 2. Today, we're going to fast forward from the colonial past straight into Kochi's innovative future. We'll discover how this city of islands is using modern technology to connect its communities in a way that's never been done before. And here it is, the star of modern Kochi, the water metro. Seriously, forget what you know about ferries. This is a high-tech, air-conditioned fleet of electric boats just gliding silently across the water. It's India's only water metro, a total game changer for commuters. And the best part? It's all powered with zero carbon emissions.
So why should you care? Well, just look at this comparison. Instead of battling city traffic in an auto rickshaw, you could just glide from the mainland to historic Fort Kochi on the water metro for only 40 rupees. It's smooth, it's quiet, it's scenic, and it's an eco-friendly way to see the city. It's a no-brainer.
And the innovation just keeps going. Kochi's International Airport was the first in the entire world to run completely on solar power. I mean, it's so clear that the city isn't just preserving its past, it's actively building a really sustainable future.
So, we've journeyed from ancient history all the way to modern marvels. Now let's put it all together into the perfect 48-hour plan for your own Kochi adventure.
Here's your itinerary, all at a glance. Day 1 is all about soaking up the history of Fort Kochi, from its churches and palaces to those famous fishing nets at sunset. Then on Day 2, you experience modern Kochi. Take a ride on the water metro, tour the cafe scene, visit the bustling mainland, and cap it all off with that delicious sadhya feast. And one last tip for you. If you're planning a trip, the best time to go is between October and February. The weather is absolutely perfect for getting out and exploring everything this incredible city has to offer.
We'll leave you with this thought. Kochi is really a masterclass in how a city can embrace the future without letting go of its past. And it brings up a question for all of us, really. As our own cities modernize, how can we make sure we preserve the unique stories that make them so special? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this journey.